The Restaurant at the End of the Universe 100 English Summary Statements. The story begins aboard the Heart of Gold spaceship. Arthur Dent, Ford Prefect, Zaphod Beeblebrox, Trillian, and Marvin are all on board. The ship is under attack by a Vogan ship. Zaphod attempts to contact the computer Deep Thought. He wants to discover who really rules the universe. The ship's improbability drive malfunctions during the attack. Zaphod and Marvin are transported to the offices of the Hitchhiker's Guide. Ford and Arthur are separated from them. Zaphod seeks out Zarnawhoop, a guide editor who knows the secret rulers. Zaphod ends up trapped in a simulated universe created by Zarnawhoop. Zarnawhoop claims the real universe is too dangerous to visit directly. Zaphod learns his mind was edited to prevent him from remembering key information. Trillian is frustrated by Zaphod's self-absorbed behavior. Ford and Arthur survive the Vogan attack and rejoin the group. Zaphod is reluctant to continue his quest but is pushed forward. They all travel to Milliways, the restaurant at the end of the universe. Milliways is located at the literal end of time. Visitors watch the universe end while enjoying fine dining. The restaurant is built on a time loop to host eternal dinner shows. They meet Max Cordlepine, the restaurant's flamboyant host. Max introduces the show and makes jokes about the apocalypse. The group meets a cow that is eager to be eaten. The cow explains it was bred to want to be consumed. Arthur is horrified by the talking meat. Zaphod orders steaks without hesitation. Ford is fascinated by the restaurant's paradoxes. The group steals a spaceship from a nearby display room. The stolen ship belongs to a rock band called Disaster Area. The ship is programmed to crash into a sun as part of a concert. The group realizes too late and tries to escape. Marvin is left behind to open the hangar doors. The ship hurtles toward a star while the crew panics. They use teleportation equipment on board to escape. The teleporter is unreliable and separates them. Arthur and Ford materialize aboard a strange spaceship. They find it filled with frozen bodies. The ship is a colony ark from an ancient civilization. The passengers are hairdressers, ad executives, and other middle managers. It turns out they were tricked into thinking their planet was doomed. Their society wanted to get rid of the useless third. The frozen passengers plan to colonize a new planet. Arthur and Ford discover the planet is prehistoric Earth. Arthur realizes the original Earth was replaced by this ship's passengers. Ford is amused by the absurdity of the situation. The true ancestors of humanity are not brilliant designers, but marketing executives. Arthur struggles with the futility of Earth's original mission. The Earth's purpose as a supercomputer has been corrupted. Ford gives up trying to understand the logic of events. The Ark ship crash lands, forming the basis of human history. Zaphod and Trillian are transported elsewhere by the teleporter. Zaphod finds himself in an alternate reality. He is interrogated by a mysterious figure. The man reveals himself as the ruler of the universe. He lives in a small, dark shack with a cat. He questions everything and believes nothing with certainty. His rule is philosophical rather than political. Zaphod realizes he won't get any clear answers. Trillian tries to understand Zaphod's motives. The ruler of the universe is uninterested in power. He simply exists in a state of skepticism. The book contains many satirical asides. Bureaucracy, capitalism, and consumerism are frequently mocked. Marvin reappears, having been stuck for millions of years. He has waited in the parking lot of Milliways. Marvin is now even more depressed. The universe's absurdity reinforces his pessimism. Zaphod never finds the real rulers or real answers. Arthur contemplates the strange origin of humanity. Ford accepts that chaos governs the universe. Trillian expresses concern over their purpose and survival. The novel critiques organized systems and leadership. Time travel is used as a comedic device. The story constantly undercuts its own significance. The restaurant scene parodies celebrity culture. Disaster Area is a literal destructive rock band. Their concerts are deadly by design. The talking cow symbolizes ethical dilemmas in consumption. The book plays with the idea of meaninglessness. The restaurant's location at the end of time adds irony. The destruction of the universe becomes entertainment. Ford and Arthur attempt to live with the cavemen. They try to introduce basic inventions to the primitive people. The cavemen show little interest in innovation. Arthur tries to teach them Scrabble. He uses it to guess the question to life, the universe, and everything. The letters spell out a nonsensical phrase. Arthur is disappointed but not surprised. Zaphod continues seeking excitement with little direction. Marvin feels unappreciated despite his intelligence. The book ends with little resolution but many laughs. Douglas Adams blends science fiction with absurdist philosophy. The story emphasizes unpredictability over plot. Characters are driven more by accidents than decisions. The guide's entries appear throughout for comic relief. Its tone is irreverent and cynical. The universe appears cold, chaotic, and uncaring. Yet the book finds humor in despair. Friendship remains one of the few constants. The restaurant is both an end and a beginning. The journey continues into the next book, life, the universe, and everything.